Season 2, episode 6, man. Just finished it right now. It's literally in front of me. I just paused it right at the end, man. Very interesting episode. Very interesting. A lot happened. Almost too much to the point of not. I don't think the pacing was off with what actually happened in the episode, but what it led to or what it will lead to. I think the pacing was off with that fact. So we have to go through the characters bit by bit. Obviously Tommy. Him and Diamond have obviously they're expanding the CBI organization. We saw from the last episode Diamond's trying to bring Jannard back in, but obviously he's hooked on heroin at the moment, so he's basically trying to fix up. He's used the help of Jannard's girlfriend to try and get him in shape and get him ready. But then we realise by the time we get to the end of this episode that Jannard's girlfriend is a psychopath as well. She's giving me jukebox vibes, and she offered to give up her territory to get Jannard back in CBI, but it's also she can take Tommy out. I have to say, I didn't like this part. This part felt rushed, and I didn't like her character. I don't really like coming on and dissing people's acting all the time, but it wasn't very believable. She just switched, and then she just started saying random stuff, which I guess it's not the actor's fault because she don't write her own words, but she was like, I'm tired of these white people taking our shit. And I'm like, what? Where's that come from? You've not mentioned any race type thing the whole time these episodes have been on. And she's like, we're going to kill this, and then she's telling Jannard, it's time to step up and you need to show people who's the boss. And I'm like, people don't speak like that. They just don't speak like that. So it felt like some theatre graduate student wrote this script for her, because that's not real life, man. It's time for you to step up and show who the boss is. That's not realistic. But Jannard seems like he doesn't want to go through with what she's got to say, and I think we can end up with a stalemate towards the end of this, where how Kanan was with Ghost and Jukebox, and he'll probably end up siding with his brother, even though at the moment he's saying to her, yeah, I'll go through, but he looks almost scared of her, and obviously she's got the upper hand, because now he's addicted to heroin, he's a little bit weaker and stuff like that. So Diamond also getting closer to, I think her name is Gianna, and the son Leon, who's been in boxing with. Not close in a weird way just yet, you know what I mean? You could tell that he was attracted to her in the last episode, but he's really trying to help Leon box and stuff, and I think he took Leon home in this episode, and then we see Leon's dad. Leon's dad's a bit of a cokehead as well, very abusive to Leon. You see why Leon's so scared, and Diamond obviously doesn't want to stand for that, so he ends up telling the dad to leave and things like that. So also Markovich the sub, not very happy because now Diamond and Tommy are together. Vic has joined CBI and the organisation. Obviously is an undercover informant for the police at the moment. He's a bit weird as well, because you can't tell if he. Well, we get a conversation between him and a picture of whatever her name is, Gloria, and he basically says, "Yo, Tommy helped us and stuff like that. He tried to save us, but to get out of this game, I'm gonna need to turn on him and do something I don't want to do." Yeah, Vic's acting is meh, and the story between Vic is whatever, because now he's been left with everything that Walter left in his will, left everything to Vic and left nothing to Claudia, which kind of means that he ends up with the last laugh. He died, but Vic gets everything and Vic doesn't want it. Claudia wants it and Vic don't want to give it her, and Walter didn't want to give her either. So he looks reluctant to rat Tommy out, but he's going to have to get out of it. He doesn't want to be in this drug world anymore. But I just think it's a bit weird, because now Gloria's dead. It's not like you've got a woman to build a life with or a kid or anything like that. So you could get out of it other ways without snitching, but it might end up doing something by the time we get to the end where he double crosses the police or anything like that. Claudia, she spends the whole episode obviously feeling sorry for herself that she went through all of this to try and get her dad to die, and he leaves her with nothing, and even in death she's left to the wayside with nothing. One of her childhood friends come in, someone she had a relationship with in boarding school. Seems to be like a love interest for her and stuff like that, and she's found a new way where she's going to be able to push drugs for a private nightclub. I think if I'm putting my writer's hat on, I'm thinking that because of what she did to Liliana, and they're not really speaking about it right now, apart from Vic said, you're going to kill my sister, and Tommy said, it's too easy. I think by the time we get to the last episode, before I would have said Claudia's going to die, now I'm thinking Claudia's love interest is going to die, probably by the hands of Tommy, the gun of Tommy, and Claudia will end up in prison, and Vic might end up dying some other way. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure yet, but it might, because Tommy don't let snitches get away with none of that. So But the dynamic with the love interest should be interesting to explore throughout the series. But yeah, Markovich not happy with CBI, Tommy Diamond, and the fact that the projects where I think the Crimson projects where they had as their territory before, they weren't pushing drugs there, but they had it as the territory, and now Tommy and Diamond's back. Well, he warned Tommy, and Tommy said, "Listen, it is what it is. Like, this is our territory." And they came in with full GTA grenade launchers and mashed up the whole area, the neighborhood. All of the guys in there, CBI guys and everyone else, taken out. I can't remember what the guy's name is. The fat guy, the one who took Don Alloway in the last episode. He makes it. They shoot. He gets shot and then they shoot the grenade at him, but he dives out the way. And when he gets brought into the hospital, Maria, she's asking like, "Yo, it was Tommy with you?" Because she must recognize him. Tommy wasn't there, obviously. So the love story between her and Tommy is together. Tommy seems like he likes her. She tries to warn Tommy away because of what Miguel did to Kendall, the doctor. And yeah, the episode was going really well. And then the last 4 minutes of the episode, after Maria went to Tommy and said, "Look, Tommy, she wants him, and you don't want to make a go of it." They have sex, and then he wakes up to a ghost of Holly. Stupid idea. And she basically warns him, "Oh, you're gonna hurt her. Blah blah blah. You can't have best of both worlds." I like the thought of planting out Tommy that he can't have the best of both worlds, because I've always said I need layers to Tommy's character, and I would like to see him, even if it's like not step away from the drug game completely, but at least step towards building something bigger than having to be involved in everything. Like how Walter Flynn was, but on a bigger scale. Maybe we'll get that in the end, because he tells Holly that he can't stop because he thinks he loves Maria. That's one thing what feels rushed. Obviously, it can happen in real life, but they've not even spent enough time with each other in these episodes. I think they've been to the zoo once. He took her to a driving lesson on the same episode, and they slept together. That's it. And now he's saying he might love her. I'm not sure about the ghost thing, and if you are going to do the ghost thing, you might as well have brought the ghost of Keisha in as well at the same time. Because it is true that anytime Holly, Keisha, you could say Ghost as well, Liliana, Darnell, the mom, JP, the brother, anyone who gets close to Tommy does get hurt in some way. And a lot of the time it isn't even Tommy's fault, but he has to deal with it. So I like the fact that he said he loves her. That's a good thing, because it means that it's added depth to his character now. It means there's more risk involved. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody gets kidnapped. Miguel's definitely going to find out Tommy's with his sister at some point. So, the whole thing when he came in was to take over Chicago. There's one drug lord down in Walter. There's still Markovich, there's still Miguel. Until you've taken them out, you can't have Chicago. I've been your work, so just comment, like, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'll be back. Run.